The Bank of England says it will not hesitate to hike interest rates further to curb inflation. That came hours after the pound hit its record low against the US dollar. The pound's value dropped after the UK's new Chancellor announced a tax-cutting mini-budget last Friday. He then, Kwasi Kwarteng, pledged further tax cuts over the weekend. The UK's radical financial policy is in contrast with the rest of the world's major economies, and it comes at the time of a worsening cost of living crisis. So what does a weak pound mean, and how will it impact the lives of Britons? Well, WION's business editor Sumit Chaturvedi is joining me live now. And Sumit, first of all, for the ordinary Brit at home watching the pound on international markets, why is a weak pound against the dollar of particular concern?
Well, Ollie, the biggest problem global economies are facing is of high inflation. There are two ways of handling it. First of all, to raise interest rates, but at the same time, raising interest rates have a negative impact on economy as well. It depresses the economy. That's why it is not favored by many economists as well. The second is by stabilizing currency. Well, currently, that is the need of the hour. Stabilizing of currency is required. As we know that in UK, pound has plunged to a record low yesterday. It's almost coming closer to at parity with the dollar. Well, that's not a good news for Britons because, first of all, the winter is coming as they all depend a lot on gas. Gas is in short supply now because of Russia-Ukraine war. The prices are rising there. It's imported. That's what is going to be the biggest expenditure as far as Britons are concerned, and it's going to be costlier. The second thing, there are direct and indirect imports that happen, and that leads to, we can say that, some sort of expensive living for all of them. Direct imports, will that include oil, gold, mobile phones, even cars, imported cars. They all are going to be expensive because the pound is plunging against dollar. Remember, UK is a trade deficit. It has a trade deficit with many economies. So it clearly doesn't, the exports, the value in rise of export doesn't justify the increase in imports and the value of imports. So it is in a loss as far as overall trade balance is concerned. For Britons, clearly it's going to raise the cost of imported things from fertilizer to food as well. So it's going to be to make life difficult for a common British citizen, especially when the winter is coming. Oil and gas are going to get costlier. The other way is government should take some steps so that pound, well, it's clearly come in a comfortable zone with dollar, and that's the only way Britons can live we can say the comfortable life.
Okay, Sumit, thank you.